Hey everyone, welcome back to another special episode of my podcast. In this episode with me, I have Harsh Bardhan Mishra. Harsh is a third year college student at Satyabama University. It is a tier 3 college, but his mentality is that of a tier 1 person. Okay, so in this episode, he'll just be talking about how did he learn to code, what was his complete journey, how did he find opportunities. Okay, a lot of you who are from tier 2, tier 3 colleges, they complain and they say that, oh, I'm just not able to find these opportunities. I really encourage you to completely watch this episode and understand how Harsh is able to find these amazing opportunities for himself. He taught himself how to code, and he's currently an MLH fellow, and he's doing a lot of work in the field of open source and just helping other people build better projects. And he himself is documenting his journey of becoming a better coder and a better software developer on his LinkedIn account. Okay, so every single day you will see a new post on his LinkedIn account that just talks about what he did on that day. Okay, and that is a really amazing habit that he has inculcated into his daily routine. It's really amazing for me to just take a look at his work ethic and what all he's been doing lately on LinkedIn and on GitHub and other places. He has also been a part of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program. So it's really interesting. I hope you will learn a lot from this podcast episode. Make sure that you share this episode with a friend who is in a tier 2 or tier 3 college to let them know that you can get any opportunity that you want. The biggest requirement is for you to network with other people and share your journey. Okay, I hope you'll enjoy this episode. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let's get started with this podcast episode. Hey Harsh, thank you so much for joining me here for this podcast interview. And how are you doing this morning?
So basically, we are going to have our exams from next week.
Oh
So
my
we
God.
have just mentioned about that,
Yeah.
and the rest everything is fine. We will be starting off with our fellowship by next week.
hmm
So it is going to be a pretty
How do you
exciting.
like college?
Uh, can you please repeat that again?
How do you like college? Like, what's your experience of studying in college?
So basically, like in my a college going person, like I used to attend every classes. I used to like get some good grades. And then once I started my transition into my sophomore year, then I started like going to events, hackathons, and all. So this made me a bit distant from my college affairs and all that. But
Yeah.
yes, it is a tier 3 college, so we cannot expect much things from there. But
hmm
yes, we have got some exciting opportunities there and some good people to talk to and get inspiration from.
Yeah. You are the one person that has proven the point that it doesn't matter what college you go to, but what's more important is what do you do once you get into the college. Like, I'm really like motivated by whatever you've
Yes,
done, and it's just really amazing. So, bro, what
thanks
was
for
your
that.
first and second year like, and how did your coding journey began?
So first, let me start off with my coding journey. So basically, I was from the ICSE department, and like most ICSE schools, we start our coding journey from like class 3 or 4.
hmm
So Logo was my first language that I learned, and then I started my transition into C++ and Java. And to be very honest, I was a very poor coder. Like I used to like repeatedly fail in my C++ exams, and it
Okay.
was not until I learned Java help of my friends and my tutors that I got to know like how we can do programming and all.
hmm
So once I got into the college, then we were like taught the same languages over again, the OOPS concept, C, C++, and all. So the transition into that environment was quite simple. But again, we were only doing some simplistic stuff. We were not learning like some libraries or frameworks or some core CS concept. So the first year was entirely spent in learning the basics and all.
hmm
Once we got into the second year, understanding on what we have over the plate. So at that time, I was pretty fascinated about machine learning, the data science. So I started hammering about them, and then I got fascinated with web development. So I started studying them all over again.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm really fascinated by almost everything like quantum computing and all of the stuff.
hmm
And this fascination is like purely like I'm crediting this to my fellow mates, like from the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, and from the other people whom I take motivation from.
Yeah.
So it is pretty much a streamlined journey, and it's
hmm
all depends upon like how much inspiration you have, like how much inspiration you can get from the others.
Awesome, bro. This is actually really good that ICSC is doing this. As you said, you started coding in very early on in third and fourth grade. Because for us, I was from CBSC, and I remember computer science was a subject that was introduced to us in eighth or seventh grade, I think, and they were just teaching us HTML syntax, and that's what they did the entire, till tenth
Okay.
grade. That's what they did. It was really not a good
Okay.
experience, I would say. But yeah, so that's really amazing. And yeah, you talk about Microsoft Learn, right? So what is the benefit of participating in these developer groups? You have Google developer group, you have Microsoft Learn student ambassadors, and then you also have some other programs like the Script Foundation and all these
Yeah.
developer communities. So what's the benefit of participating in these communities?
So the basic benefit that I will say like is to get some new opportunities. So like if you are in some tier 3 college, then it is quite common for you that you don't know like what is going outside of your college. So you will not know like there is something that is called as GSOC or some other developer programs that are going on. So sometimes internet is a very good tool for you to know about them, but you must be guided through like at which platform you can find all these opportunities. So in my case, like when I went into my second year, so there is a community known as FN Plus. So majority of the developers, they are from Chennai itself, and like this was the first developer community I joined, and people were like literally talking about all sort of stuff. Like there is GDG, there is Girl Script, and all that.
Yeah.
So at that time, I came to know that there are so many developer communities you can be a part of, and like you can get so many things out of them. So I started participating in some programs like I went to like the Girl Script Summer of Code. Like it was one of the best experience I had in some open source program.
Yeah.
And then we like started transitioning over all the other events and stuff. So if you're joining into some community like GDG or Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, so the basic thing is that you will get some sort of visibility into this whole network of developers and coders all over India and all over the globe, and you can exactly understand like how you can do some stuff which you could not be like made possible in the college thing. So this is the basic thing that you can get out of the community. And after that, there are so many things like you can make some new connections, you can make friends, you can organize your own events and all that stuff.
All right. So networking and awareness about the opportunities that are available in the development space is what you get mainly from these events. Awesome. So, what was your journey like starting with open source development, and what were the benefits that you got when you got into open source development?
So basically, my open source development journey started just 1 year back, like with the Hacktoberfest. So my seniors just told me that there is a program that is coming up that is called as Hacktoberfest, and if you get like 4 pull requests merged, we will be getting some swags and all that stuff.
Yeah, T-shirt.
So I didn't know like what pull requests are and how we can exactly. But one of the senior wrote a complete blog on this, and he was from our coding club. And
Okay.
I just followed that particular blog, and I like starting up the stuff. So I made some pull requests over their repositories and all, and I luckily got all the 4 pull requests merged. And then I started like asking my friends to make pull requests on my own repository so that they can even get some sort of swags or stickers and all.
Mm-hmm.
So once I completed that, I got to know like what open source is, and then I like started transitioning to some other open source program. So one of the other open source program was JIIT Month of Code, and it was launched by JP Institute of Information Technology. So I participated in that. I made some pull requests, and I got the badge of top performer for that particular project.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started like searching for some other open source program. So I got to know about GSOC from one of my senior. And once I went through all the requirements, then I thought like I should give myself some time to prepare for that. So maybe I will try for that next year. But then I like started picking on some open source projects so that I can mentor other people for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to be a mentor for various open source programs like student coding, P Club Summer of Code, and then we had got hacking codes. And then like I started like telling people like how they should be doing the stuff, how they can take up issues, how they can make pull requests, and how they can like start contributing to our large code base. So this is the pretty much simple journey that I went through in the open source program, and it was simply rewarding.
Mm-hmm. One question that a lot of people have is, does making pull requests and getting your requests merged help you in some placements? Like, will the recruiter be looking at, like, if you write in your resume that I merged these many pull requests into this big data repository of Facebook or like Google, does that
Yeah.
help while getting hired?
So let me take this question into two ways. So first thing is that will the pull request will be helping us. So
Mhm.
majority of us are right now looking for internships or some freelance roles. And it is like no heresy to say like getting internship at some good companies or even at startup is quite a difficult task.
Mhm.
So instead of that, what you can start doing is that you can start contributing to an open source project, and there are advantages for that. The first advantage is that no matter how poor the code will you be writing, no one will be exactly rejecting that. So if there is a mentor or if there is a project administrator, he will be telling you like do this thing and do that thing, and this will help you to improve the code quality. Like one of the pull requests that I made in one of the open source program, the mentor said me to run my code through Pilot, and this is a code quality checking tool. So I got to know like what pitfalls are there and how I can resolve them. So this is one real-time experience that you can get on how you can improve your code quality. So if you are not getting some internship or if you are not getting some like mentorship, then do some open source contribution, get some real-time feedback from other people, and then you can start improving your code quality
Mhm.
and your basic coding structure as well. The second way in which we can take it, like if you are contributing to some major open source, like let's say to Google or Facebook's open source repository, then obviously you can put this on your resume. So
Mhm.
the first reason is that the recruiter will exactly identify that you have the capability to contribute to large code base. So
Okay.
like if you see some large code bases, then people will get confused like how we can actually contribute to that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you will get some experience how you can contribute to some large code bases. The second advantage that you will get is that like the recruiter will be able to identify if you can coordinate in a team. So obviously like in some companies you will be doing some sort of a pair programming in which you will try
Mhm.
to solve the problems together. So you can see like you can like you are able to like go on to this sprint and then you can like complete this particular issue, and then you can like this whole process will be streamlined. So yes, making open source contribution will be exactly beneficial to you. And if you are like preparing for some programs like BStock and all, then obviously these open source contributions will be helping your portfolio a lot.
All right, awesome. That's really good. Let's talk about LinkedIn. You seem to be posting a lot of posts talking about your journey, whatever you're learning every single day. What
Yeah.
is the motive behind this, and how has this helped you? How has LinkedIn helped you?
So basically, my LinkedIn journey started by posting some sort of certificates. So
Yeah,
like I was doing a lot of certifications from Coursera. I still do those certification courses.
yeah.
So I started posting those certificates on Coursera. And like I was making some projects and like I used to demonstrate them in my college events and all. So one of my senior told me like, why don't you put those projects onto LinkedIn? So in
Hmm.
this way, like you can connect people and you can see like they can see like what you are doing and how good you are. So this like led me to like work on some pretty simple projects. Like if I'm learning about React, then I will make a simple project with React and I will post about it.
Hmm.
And then I can like make a simple GitHub repository to like document my entire code and my entire progress in this exactly like helped me to connect to the right people and to find the right opportunities, because I was able to see like who is like let's say if I'm trying to find an internship, so I will be able to identify like who is hiring for a React developer, something like this. So if you are on LinkedIn and let's say like you are trying to take a look at something you can post about or you can generate content about, then you can start with some simple stuff like posting a certificate is also quite good because it shows that you are at least doing something.
Hmm.
The second is that you are making some projects or you are participating in some events or you are pulling out some hack during a hackathon.
Hmm.
So everything is pretty fine on LinkedIn unless and until you are like posting your personal stuff and all that.
I really like this because what I did, I made a simple Python crash course on my YouTube channel. Okay, I just
Okay.
wanted to share whatever I've learned. And I also wanted to
Hmm.
revise because last year I learned Python and right now I pretty much forgot it. So I did
Hmm.
that. I just wanted to document whatever I've learned. And
Hmm.
you won't believe, but an academy, someone from an academy watched that, and they approached me saying that would you become an educator teaching coding for kids. So like this is the power of just documenting your journey. I think it's really amazing, and not a lot of people are doing this.
Yeah.
Awesome. So first of all, congratulations for getting the MLH fellowship. Really amazing stuff. I also want
Thank
to
you.
apply for that. Yeah. And then what are you
Yeah.
most excited about going forward into 2021?
So in
Once we get
2021,
back
I
to
will be
college
taking into,
after this lockdown is over.
yeah, I don't want to get back to college.
Why so?
That is the only thing. Because like after the lockdown, I was able to explore so many stuff like I
Yeah.
couldn't do that during my college time. So this
Mhm.
is one thing. The second thing is like I'm trying to take a look at some more niche programs. Like I'm an enthusiast for GSOC. Like I want to contribute to some major code base.
Yeah.
So I will be preparing for that. And then like we have some regular stuff like data structures, algorithms, competitive coding. So with all these projects and internships, I completely lost the touch in that.
Yeah.
So I want to emphasize on that part as well, because this will be helping a lot if you are going into the placement season.
Mhm. One last question that I get asked a lot is that when someone is joining college in first semester of college, should he be or should he or she be going into competitive coding, or should they be exploring open source and software development? What is your take on this?
So basically, if you are into your first year, then you should give all the things that you have to exploring one or two particular languages like either C++ or Java, and then explore some core CS concept. Because if you are going into your second or third year, you will not be getting any sort of time to explore that. So just try to read up some stuff like about databases, about theory of computation, about compiler design and all that stuff, just to get a brief gist on how the things are working behind the scene. And you cannot jump into software development directly unless and until you know about some of the basic fundamentals behind it. And these core CS concepts will be helping you to explore that. So like you can start by learning one particular language like C++ or Java. You can see like how the OOPS concept are model behind it. Then you can pretty much jump into the core CS concept and then like understand on how the softwares are actually working. So this will form the fundamental block, which will help you to explore some more advanced stuff.
All right. Well, Harshit, it was an honor talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me here for this video. I hope the audience would be able to learn something from this video. Guys, if you want to connect with Harsh, you can check out his LinkedIn profile. I'll link it in the description. So go check it out. Well, thank you so much, Harsh, and I hope to
Thank
see
you,
you
Ishan.
again. So that was the episode. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Again, Harsh is a big motivation for me. When I opened up LinkedIn, he was the person who was constantly creating content and sharing his journey. So he has been a big motivator for me in general, and like he has also helped a lot of other people. So I would highly encourage you to check out his LinkedIn profile. It's really educational. You will learn a lot about the journey of a software developer. All right, so yeah, I mean, thank you so much for watching till the very end. If you're still watching, thank you so much. This just means the world to me. We are growing at an amazing rate. This particular channel is just skyrocketing in terms of reach, in terms of subscribers, and I'm trying my best to answer all of you guys questions and comments. Okay, so yeah, I mean, thank you so much. You can also follow me on Instagram. There should be something over here. Do check it out. I post here pretty much daily, something educational for all of you to check out. But yeah, thank you so much for being here with me in this journey. And I really am very much grateful for all of you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video with a friend of yours. Okay, it's really important that you spread the word to other people that this is a possibility, that it doesn't matter if you're from a tier 2 college or a tier 3 college, you can still get to whatever opportunity you want to. Okay, all right, thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.